All right, everyone. I have to say I didn't like using the 24 gauge on there, and I should have went ahead and changed it out right off the bat, and then added a couple more wires to it. So what I did was I clipped everything off there, and if you haven't watched the other video, go back to watch how I did the bale. I mean, they're simple to do, to include the cage. But yeah, I cut me some more wire, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and start setting them up. We're just going to put a little bend on there. We'll stick on each one on right over the top like this. And then you can actually finger tighten these up to a certain extent. And then grab a hold of them and turn both at the same time. Let me go ahead and zoom in here. And if you didn't see the other video, it's the tree of life. And I'm just holding the other wire, just kind of following around with it. Squeeze together. Now I'm going to turn this at the same time. So that's what we got. The end of the wire is right there, and it will, when it goes up and over the edge of the rock, like so, that will be hidden. No snags. Go ahead and push it down into place a little better. And you're going to put all your lines on there. Again, just like so. Yeah, I had it upside down. We're going to pull it out of the way, bring another one in. Put a little bend on it. And actually this one, we'll go ahead and leave that wrap in there because it's going to make the gap. And all I'm doing is twisting this on there for now. Pulling both sides around at the same time. Right? And really, you don't even need to plier it around. You're just going to cut it off after you got about 3 or 4 twists on there. And that's it. That's actually in the wrong place right there, right? So all I'm going to do is hold on to it, and I'm going to wrap that wire around there, right? Pull it back. And yeah, now it's going to be underneath the stone, just like so. All right, we're going to go ahead and pause the video, and you can see how I got that clipped off there. And you can have as many wrappings in there as you want. Let me go ahead and show you. I mean, this is the, I'm sorry. You can also keep your gaps easier if you have more wrappings on them. And we're going right over the top. Right? And you can see the gap that's there. I mean, it can't get any closer. So I'm just going to start wrapping this over. Using both sides together to wrap it. And we're going to go ahead and put about 5 or 6 on there. And you see how I'm grabbing this? Fairly loose. Now, what I can do is actually hold this little piece right here with my finger, hopefully. Nope. So we'll just grab a hold of it, just wherever you can get a hold of it, and turn that wire over. Pull it back. Pull it over. And you're trying to keep from damaging the wire itself. Open it, turn it back around. Wrap it over. You can see we got a pretty good amount of winding on there. And pull it back over a little bit here. Just like so. Wrap it over here. Let's see where the end is. It's actually underneath, like where your shirt would be. So we're going to pull it around a little bit more. Where is it at? Oh, neat. Yeah, it's right there. Right there. So again, this rock is going to sit right there. Just like so. It'll be underneath. Okay. We'll do one more. And then I think you've seen enough of that. You guys can watch or finish yours if you're doing one. We'll see how quick I can actually get it on there. Nice. Don't worry about straightening them back out because you're going to end up bending them all up. Oh, I went backwards on that one, didn't I? We'll just go ahead and clip it back here. Oh, cramp in the hand. All right. Where's that end at? Right there. And it's just on the back side. Will not harm anything. Right there. All right. I'm going to put the other 4 on. And I'll be back. All right. Now check this out. I only got what? Just looks like 2 windings on there. So what I am going to do is move that around. Oops, sorry. Move that around. You see that? I'm just going to turn it. Turn it. We'll bring that all the way back around. Grab a hold of it. And wrap it all the way around. Bring it back. Grab a hold. And wrap it all the way around. I wanted more windings on there. And we're going to take the pliers here. Let me see where the end of it is. And I want that end up just a little bit more, so we're just going to grab a hold of it. Wind it just a little more. Bring it up. I can't see where the end of it is. There it is. So it will be just on the back side there. I'll push this down into place. And I got me some extra windings. Okay. I ended up going to get my little rubber pad here, just so I didn't have no problems. Now you can actually see that all these windings are all together, and hopefully when I get the tree done, all the windings will, yeah, it wants to move all over. All right, let me get down. Ooh, sorry about that. I just smacked the stand. Yeah. Cramping the hand again. Trying to see where this is here. Start bringing them over. Oh my gosh. Hand cramp. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. They cramped up so bad. Wow. Oh. Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's not working with that finger. My whole hand wants to cramp up on the right side there where my index finger is. Woo! Okay, and you can see I'm just forming the cage here, right? Wow! I need some hand therapy. Jesse, you want to finish this? All right. So I'm going to pull some of these out of the way, and I'm going to go for these two over here, right? You go ahead. Probably could have started with the other ones. You know what? We're going to probably... I'm going to start my root like down here. Like right about there. So I'm going to pull that off there. Pinch that. I'm going to spread my wires out right there, right? You see how wide they're spread? Hopefully you can. I'm just going to put a couple in there, right? And I'm going to slip this back in there and just see where we're at. Okay, so I actually want to twist it down this way, just a hair. So we'll pull the rock back out. And something like that. Something like that right there. Put our piece back in there just to check it out. And yeah, it's pretty close to where we need it. Okay, we're going to move over here to these two right here. We'll go ahead and pull these out of the way for a minute. Right, these are already gapped. They're already over the edge. We pretty much know that we want them to start turning right here, right there. So I'm going to put a little twist on it right there, keeping my fingers in place right there. Something like that. We only want a couple turns on there. Hold that into place. It's not an easy task to hold it all in place, that's for sure. That's got to come over just right. And that's got to meet up with it. I think we need a couple more twists on here. Again, try to spread your wires out a little bit. That's all we're going to do for now. I'm just going to come straight over here to these other two. And now they're going to be in something like that. Now I'm putting my finger in there like the rock would be, right? And we want that peak about right there. And I'm actually pinching my finger right here to keep the gap in place. And you can use your pliers. It's not really wanting to do what I want it to do, so we will use the pliers. And you'll be fiddling with this other stuff. And you can see the cage starting to form here. Yeah, I need to put this jig together that I came up with in order to hold all this stuff in place. Separate your wires a little bit. I'm going to put another little twist in there. Sorry about that. Okay, now that's done. Move over here to these last two. And again, I'm putting my finger in place of that rock. And know that these got to come over here. I got to take that into consideration. So I'm pinching my finger, right? Keeping that gap. I mean, it's going to stay gapped anyway to a certain extent. But you can see I've just separated them. I'm coming in between them, keeping that gap. Okay. Now, it's just a jumble of wires now, huh? Let's throw this back in here. Yeah, cats go crazy when the dumpster man comes. Okay. Now, I think I'll do is I'll wind these two together.
Did you see Houdini? He almost wanted to go outside, and then he heard the trash man come. Then he turned around and ran back to the room.
So I took those two center ones. I blended them together. Just a couple turns here. Wow, you can hear it pretty good. Now I'm going to twist this one to both of these down just a little bit lower. Okay. Now I just pulled that loose one over here. I'm pulling it right up underneath. Right like so. Okay. And let me stick this back in there. Okay, so this last one that I brought around here underneath, I am going to wind it with both these two over here, just like so. Just kind of tie these all together. Okay. It gives you somewhat of a trunk started here. Hopefully you can see all that. We'll do some spreading over here. Spread everything out. Let's put our piece back in. Push it back in. And yeah, you can see how much better that's looking already. So at this point, I am going to twist all these together right here. And try to keep them spread out a little bit. Okay. Oh yeah, that's looking great. Looking great. Looking great. Yeah. Oop. Slipped right out of there. Okay, so from this point, we got to distinguish some tree branches here and have them jutting out everywhere. So let's do a little separating here. So we're going to twist some of these together also. Now I'm going to take these three right here. And wrap them three together. Then I'm going to wrap these three together. And then I'm going to wrap these two together. And I'm going to wrap these two together just a little bit. These two together. No, we'll do these two together. Right about there. Oh! Cramp again. So yeah, that looks real good. I like that. So from here, I'm gonna actually pull these wires with my fingers, holding it in place, right? Holding it in place. And I'm gonna pull them up to where they're curving down. Kind of like so. All right. We're going to take them under the backside over here. Under the backside. Holding it in place fairly well. I'm going to grab the end of this. Just kind of pull it tight. All right, now I'm going to come over here to the other side. Try to kind of lock it in place here. Again, underneath. Grab a hold of it. Once you've pretty much got them in place, just like so, I mean, then you just got to turn them on there. Turn them on. Something like that. So again, under the back side, like so. Get it fairly straight to where you want to go with it. And bend it over. Just start locking it in place. Go to the other side. Put this one underneath. Grab a hold of it. Lock it into place. Come back over here. Push it underneath. Grab a hold of it. And lock it into place. Yeah. Nope, sorry about that. Huh. Alright, so let's go ahead and lock these last three into place. And then it's really just a matter of get it close to where you want it, pull it over. Let's go ahead and pull it over. Sorry about that. Underneath. Okay. Let's turn it over and take a look at what we got here. Come here, Jesse. Tell me what you think.
It's pretty. Looks really good on that stone.
Yeah, I think it looks much better.
The doorknob rock.
Listen, all I'm going to be doing is clipping these off and turning them over. But at least you guys got to see me redo it with more lines. And yeah, it's nothing to wind them back over. You're just going to clip them off and turn them in place. And what I'll do is I'll bring this one over on this side. Oop, took that bend the wrong way. Force it over. So, I mean, with that, I'm just going to be ending the video. It's on the back side there. Let's see if I can tighten it up just a bit.